The Fleurieu is such a creative region. All around here there are talented and inspired artisans producing fascinating work. Today I'm in Willunga to see who's forging ahead. In a rustic, no-fuss shed in the heart of Willunga, Peter Stenterford has crafted himself a place amongst the iron men.
From the moment I saw it, I just knew that that's what I wanted to do. And I've been doing it for the last 25 years.
On a Saturday morning, Willunga is packed with locals and tourists, catching up for coffee and making the most of one of the state's most successful produce markets. And if they wander just off the main strip, they'll find Pete here on a Saturday too, working on anything from a set of commissioned gates to a garden sculpture or a work dreamed up purely for his own enjoyment.
At the moment I'm working on fluidity and reproducing nature, and that appears to be working really well.
The challenges for a smithy these days are not just in the fierce heat of the coke-fired forge or the heavy manual labour. With much metalwork now ordered out of catalogues, the personal passion and skill put into a custom-made piece is often overlooked.
The work's incredibly hard, especially in the middle of summer. And unfortunately there's nowhere to learn it in South Australia, certainly. They've closed down the TAFE, which is where I learned, and now you have to find someone that's actually prepared to take you on, and there aren't that many of them left, unfortunately.
But Pete hopes he can leave a legacy in more than metal by passing on his skills.
Hopefully if I can find one or two other people that go on and carry on doing it, then that'll be satisfaction enough, I think.
Further down the Fleurieu and we're into the wave zone. At Middleton, Blue Temper Ironworks turns out some beauties. Chris Murphy and Jade Vandermeer are inspired by the environment around them. And on a Sunday, you can wander past their forge on Port Elliot Road and see what's taking shape. Now, smithing may be an ancient skill, but here you'll find it's taken on a very modern twist. Like this guy behind me, who's a cross between a chimenea and a pizza oven. Chris has more iron in his blood than most. His granddad was a blacksmith, but even he might be surprised by some of the youngsters' commissions.
We did a full-size cow that was, just a three-dimensional sculpture that we made, and then we took for a drive around the neighbourhood before we delivered it, and took it over to the train station and down to Horseshoe Bay and took a few photos of him in, on site, so to speak.
And the pleasure of making a functional, lasting piece of art that can be enjoyed for years, well, Chris says that's hard to beat.
There's nothing like doing, making something hands-on from scratch. There's nothing like taking a straight piece of steel, heating it, hammering it, and creating something completely unique out of it. And no two pieces are the same, and you know it's going to be around a long time. It's a good feeling.